with David Perdue, we went down, and they were affected a year and a half ago, very heavily affected by a hurricane. We took care of those farmers. Nobody else would have done it. We took care of those farmers, but you know what I did? $28 billion from China went to farmers because they were targeted. Can you imagine Joe Biden saying to China, in fact, he actually said he'd take off the taxes and the tariffs that we charged. He said, we'll take them off. But now we know why. Because his son walked away with $1.5 billion in management fees. And how about where the son said he wants $10 million a year for recommendation purposes, okay? You know who's going to recommend? His father. His father's going to be recommended. Or the son who was out of a job, had no money, and then the father became vice president, and all of a sudden the son is going to be put on the board of Burisma from Ukraine for $183,000. $183 a month. A month. Who would not take that job? Who would not take that job? We said, what's your experience? He said, I have none. What do you know about energy? I have none. There's a young person right here, probably 7 or 8 years old, has more knowledge of energy than wears Hunter. Then he said he wants a $3 million upfront payment also. But how about Russia? So Russia, you know, Russia, the laptop from hell. Russia did a Schiff, watermelon face. Schiff, Adam Schiff. He said the other day, here we go again. He said the laptop was created by Russia. We are so screwed up. And he always says it in the halls of Congress because you can't be prosecuted for lying. You ever notice? He doesn't say it outside. No, he got 3.5. Man, is it windy. Whoa. I wanted to show you how great my hair was. I was having a great hair day, but there's a lot of wind. And besides that, everyone else has a hat on. Everyone else has one. So if you can do it, I can
Earthquake
do it too.
magnitude 2.9. Central California. 2 minutes ago.
From the mayor of Moscow's wife. She very generously gave him $3.5 million in cash. So when I asked during the debate, did anyone see the debate?
Just do it! Make
I felt
your
like Perry
dreams
Mason
come true.
in his absolute prime. Look, the last question, I said, wait a minute. Does that mean you want to get rid of energy? You want to get rid of, yes, I'd like to transition out. I said, this is the biggest moment. That was like Perry Mason, the last one. And even the anchor, Kristen Welker, who actually treated me fairly, compared to Chris Wallace, who wouldn't let us answer a question. Actually, Chris Wallace came in third that evening. We won. But no, I would say that Sleepy Joe probably came in second. Chris Wallace was a deep third. But you know, Kristen Welker, who did, I mean, her inclination is not for us. But she looked up, and when he said that stupid answer, she said, why did you say that? Because, you know, she's on his side, okay? Why, did you see that? Why did you say that? Oh, that you ruined my evening. No, but she was fair to me. She really was. I called her. I said, that was very professional. I appreciated it. Now, most people said she didn't treat me well. Relatively speaking, she treated me fantastically. In 2016, Georgia voted to fire this corrupt political establishment, and you elected an outsider as president who is finally putting America first. And if I don't sound like a typical Washington politician, it's because I'm not a politician, thank you. If I don't always play, that's right? If I don't always play by the rules of Washington and the Washington establishment, it's because I was elected to fight for you, and I fight for you harder and meaner and stronger than any president has ever fought for you. That I can tell you. That swamp is deep and it's vicious, and they keep coming at you, but we're there, and we're going to win. You know, we're going to win. Deep swamp. It's a deep swamp, but we're winning, and I'll tell you what, we're going to win. I mean, I wish they didn't delay the whole deal, but maybe we can win by enough they can call it on Tuesday night. You know, I just came in, and the beautiful thing about Air Force One, good-looking plane, isn't it? The beautiful thing about Air Force One, you have more televisions than you have on in anything. They have televisions on the floors, on the ceilings, and one of the shows very strongly they said, you see what's happening? And they go, what's happening? Trump is like, you know, way up with African American, way up with Hispanic American. They're going, what's happening? And you know, the votes came in because you people are going to go and vote mostly on Election Day, right? Which is good. That's called the red wave. Don't let anything stop you, nothing. That's called the red wave. But these people, they send in their ballots, and we're practically even. You know, we're supposed to be like 20, 30, 40 points behind, and then we make it up, and at the end, we get it over the line, right? So in Florida, we're practically even. They're in big trouble. They're saying, this isn't good. This isn't good. There are those that have already projected that we're going to win Florida, that we're going to win certain. This is not working out like they thought. I think we're going to do even better than we did 4 years ago. And you know what? I never thought I'd say it, but this is even more of an important election. This could be the most. Thank you very much. I love you too. I don't know who you are. I don't know, male or female, I can't even tell. But whoever you are, I love you too. This is going to be the most important election, in my opinion, because our country can never be a socialist country, and that's what they want to do. This election is a choice between a depression and a boom. It's a choice between a deadly Biden lockdown. He always talks about locking down. I want to lock down. I want to follow science. Some guy walks in, I think you should lock it down. Oh, let's knock down a $12 trillion economy. No, we're not going to do that. It's also, we come up a safe vaccine that is ending the pandemic. By the way, it ends with or without. We're rounding the turn, but we have the greatest companies in the world, and they're all set. And we're coming up. We will mass distribute the vaccine in just a few short weeks, and it will quickly help us to eradicate it. It's going to go anyway. It's going anyway. We are around, and by the way, they have therapeutics that work. Look at that do. I don't know. I like to think, I did it because I'm in perfect physical shape, but I'm a young man. Like Barron Trump, he had it, sir. Barron tested positive. White House doctor Sean, a great doctor, he said, sir, your son, about 14 years old, very tall young man. Hi, Barron, how you doing? He's great, but he's strong. And Sean came in to see me, sir, Barron tested positive. I said, that's not good. Oh, he'll be fine, sir. I said, well, about 12 minutes later, Sean, how's Barron doing? Sir, he's fine. It's all gone. See, they have a strong, I don't mean 12. You know what they'll do? They'll say, he's exaggerating. It took a half a day. The fake news, everything you say. When I talked about illegal immigration, Joe Biden wants to give everything you can give to illegal immigrants, which will bring millions and millions of people in. So I said, you can't give them health care. You can't give them education. But Joe Biden promised them, every one of them, a free Rolls Royce. CNN said, this is a terrible thing. That's not a true statement. No, they can't take a little bit of fun. But you know what? We're in a position, we're doing so well, we can afford to have fun. The one thing that happened that we can never, ever forget is what China did to our country. We can never forget. We shouldn't have one death, but we closed it up. How would you like to be in my position? I just created, with a lot of people, including yourselves, the greatest, strongest economy in the world. And now I had to shut it down. We did the right thing. We shut it down. We figured it out. We have to protect our senior citizens. We know all about it. and we now have all these therapies, and in my opinion, cures. I mean, I think it's cures, frankly. But we've done a great job. But how would you like to be shutting down the greatest economy ever, and now we're building it back up? And we're not talking about a V. We're talking about a super V based on all of the numbers that you see. Housing numbers, automobile numbers. 33.1, the highest ever by more than double. Joe Biden is promising to postpone the vaccine, delay therapies, and turn America into a prison state. Lock it down, locking you in your home while letting Antifa and other far-left rioters, look, letting Antifa's bad news. You do know that, right? Bad news. Let them roam free. You can't go to church, right? You can't go to your schools. You know, you can't do any of this stuff. By the way, your governor, I don't know if he's here. Is he here? Brian, where is he? Because Brian did a hell of a job. He said, we're going to let it stay open. And George is doing very well. The Biden lockdown will mean no school, no graduation, no weddings, no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, no Easter, no 4th of July, no future for American youth. Other than that, he's doing quite a good job, right? Sleepy Joe Biden. You know what? In prime time, he was never a smart guy. Everybody knows it. And he was never a nice guy. And if he was a nice guy, I wouldn't talk the way I talk about him. But he is definitely not the guy. He was in prime time. We called him 1% Joe. He always got 1% when he ran. Now he's got half left. He's got about half at best. And he wins. Is this a screwed up business you people are in, or what? What a crazy business. A vote for Biden is a vote for lockdowns, layoffs, and misery. If you want a vaccine to kill the virus, a job to support your family well, and freedom to live your life, then go cast your ballot for a man named Trump. We're doing a job. We're doing a job together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I wish they'd show. Could the cameras please span this crowd? You know, they never do it. They never do it. And they never show Joe. You know, so today he did a conference with Barack Hussein Obama. And you know what? The crowd was actually smaller. They're not drawing flies. They're not drawing. And they never show that crowd. But they should show these crowds, because in the history of politics, I think in the history of anything, including music, and you know, I do this without a guitar. That's very tough. No, we don't have a guitar. Look at these crowds. It is one of the great phenomena. They don't like talking about it. They said, is he a great public speaker? Oh, I don't really think so. Well, what the hell am I getting 35,000 people? They want to say. Today I said to the great Hope Hicks, does anybody know Hope Hicks? I said, Hope. Or Kaylee, where's Kaylee? Kaylee's great. No, we have such great people. Or our chief of staff, Mark Meadows, you know? He loves these rallies. Took me 3 years to get him out of Congress. I tell you what, he's doing a great job. So easy, it's such an easy job, because we're dealing with such nice people on the other side. But you know what? It's going to all come together with success. It was coming, I tell this, it was coming together. We were getting calls. It was coming together, believe it or not. We were getting calls from the other side, people that you wouldn't believe would be getting calls from. You know what? Let's sit down. And then all of a sudden we got hit with the China plague. And now we're back to the drawing boards, and next year's going to be one of the greatest economic years and all of that. But I'll tell you what, success, great success like we had. Best African, if you look, African-American numbers, Hispanic-American numbers, women, Asian-American numbers, high school diploma, no high school diploma, MIT first in your class. Everybody was doing good, and it was coming together, and we would have unified, I'm telling you. And we're going to have another chance at it, because we are going to have a stronger year next year, because we have a great foundation, and you see the kind of numbers coming out. You had your best year last year ever. You're going to have an even better year next year. And you know, like all these caps, make America great again, we're going to change them. We're going to say, make America great again. But you don't have to believe me on Biden. I brought a very expensive little tape for you to watch. Where is it? A lot of money.
You know, we have to come together. That's why I'm running. I'm running as a proud Democrat for the Senate. So vote! Vote! Visit iwill.com/Ohio. God bless you. Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I? We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing. Do you agree with me? Go to Joe 30330. We choose truth over facts. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Donald Trump does pose an actual threat to this. It's not hypothetical.
Now, to be fair, maybe Biden's not telling us because he's forgotten his own plans. Watch Biden's staff quickly swoop in to shuffle him along during a quickie escape the basement trip to Pennsylvania.
Here's the deal. One of the things that is important is that keep in mind, although they're going to vote on Barrett, I think today.
That was terrifying.
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of George, is going to find ourselves in a position where, if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world. Brock and I think it's a right for people to have bad and kept character. Folks, we got a lot of work to do. I don't only need you to get me elected. I need you once I'm elected. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. You know, we have to come together. That's why I'm running.
We saved so much time. We could run another couple of minutes. I could just say, bye-bye, I'm going to Florida. You know, I'm doing another one of these in a little while. The fake news can't believe it. They're exhausted. Look at all of them back there. Those cameras, they're sagging. This is their 4th one. And all the crowds are big and strong, and they love our country. They all love our country. We have a movement, the likes of which this country has never seen before. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. So joining us tonight, now we have a movement, the likes of which this country has never seen before, never seen. And, you know, you thought it was big 4 years ago. This is much bigger. This is much bigger. You know why? Because I've really lived up to what we said. And even more so, one of them said, he's actually the only guy I've ever seen. He's done more than he promised, which is true. That's not a typical politician. But joining us tonight are warriors, great people, people that I work with all the time, people that I like.
Earthquake magnitude 2.0
Actually, a couple
has
of them
already
I don't like
escaped
that
St.
much, but I
Vincent
respect
Ridge
them. They do a good job.
4 minutes
Which is
ago.
much more important. But one I do like and respect a lot. He's respected like you wouldn't believe all over Washington. People go to him for advice, and he gets it done. Senator David Perdue. Stand up, man. Will you please make sure he gets in without a runoff? Do you mind? The guy he's running against is nothing. You know, I beat him running. He was running for Congress against somebody I'm going to introduce in just a second. But we beat him, and we beat him easily. Now he's running for the Senate. You're supposed to win at a certain level before you do this. David's one of the best there is in the whole country, and you got to make sure that David Perdue wins, okay? A woman that I got to know a little while ago, and she is strong and tough and wonderful, and she's done a really great job, and I want to thank her very much. Kelly Loeffler. Kelly, great job, Kelly. Great job. a man who's very close to Kelly, thinks she's wonderful, admits that she's great, and she admits that he's great, and I'm stuck right in the middle. And he's somebody, and he really is. He's a warrior. He was a warrior with a fake impeachment witch hunt deal. And you couldn't have asked for better. He's an incredibly talented guy and a good guy, and I'm just sitting back and watching these two. And whoever it is, you have two winners. You have two winners. Doug Collins. Thank you, Doug. You think it's easy being me, right? This is but we're going to have two winners. We got two winners there. Go out and vote, and let's see what happens. But whoever it is, we got two really talented people. Representative Rick Allen. Rick. Great job, Rick. Great job. These are warriors. Barry Loudermilk. Barry. Oh, I like that, Barry. I like that. Thank you, Barry. Great job you do. We appreciate all that support from these guys. They really are. They fight hard, and they win. They know how to win. We were 197 to nothing, right? 197 on the fake impeachment. I'm the only guy in the world that got impeached over a very good phone call. Can you believe it? I thought you're supposed to do something wrong to get impeached, but they took care of it. Former governor for 8 years and very, very popular guy and so good at the farming business. I made him Secretary of Agriculture, and we gave the farmers $28 billion. Thank you very much, China. Sonny Perdue. Thank you, Sonny. And Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan. Hi, Jeff. Good, Jeff. Good job, Jeff. Agriculture Commissioner Gary Black. Thank you. Great, Gary. Good job you're doing. Oh, here's a guy. I love this guy. And I guess he's not, at least yet, a Republican. Can you believe it? But he's the hottest guy in politics. I see him on television. Everyone loves him. The ratings go up. I shouldn't say Democrat, so I refuse to say it. State Representative Vernon Jones. Great job. I love this guy. Got guts. He saw me a couple of times. He said, that's what we need. I mean, we can't have Sleepy Joe. Thank you. And he's long before Joe. He's a great gentleman, too. He's a great person. Georgia GOP Chair David Schaefer. Thank you, David. How we doing, David? Are we winning? Are we going to win like big? Okay. Can you imagine where they say, don't come tonight? Can you imagine? I'm going to call them up. You had people in line like for 2 days. Let's call them up and say, we don't need you because we're going to win Georgia. But you got to go vote. You never know. It's called politics. You never know. Got to be careful. Get out and vote. Let's really send a resounding note to Washington. And a friend of mine, a great woman, and I hope she wins because she deserves it. She works hard, and her opponent is absolutely terrible. She's a total puppet for Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy. Congressional candidate Karen Handel. Karen, you're doing well, Karen. Got to win. Opponent is Zippo. Rich McCormick. Rich? There's Rich. Good luck, Rich. I heard it's good. Angela Stanton King. Thank you. I heard you're all doing well. Somebody that gets a little more publicity than I do.
Mobile Live Dashboard. Manage your channel directly from your phone. 3 more notifications. 244.
I don't want to mess with her. No, she's great. Every one of them has my full and complete endorsement. Go out and vote for them and let them all come into Congress, right? Really great. That's great. For 47 years, Sleepy Joe Biden viciously and repeatedly attacked black Americans. He decimated the black middle class and called young black men super predators, and they never forgot it. They never forgot it. To every black American, I'm asking you to go out and vote. You can send a message on Tuesday to the corrupt Democrat establishment. This is your one and only chance to show Sleepy Joe what you think of his decision to attack you, insult you, jail you, and betray you. And that's what he did. That's what he did, exactly. Some people won't say it like I say it, but I'll say it, and that's what you know it. You know it. I'm fighting for you, and I got approved things that they never thought, that Obama didn't even try. They never had a chance, and we had to twist a lot of arms, didn't we, David? We had to twist a lot of arms. Criminal justice reform, prison reform, opportunity zones, and funding for historically black colleges and universities. I always say that with the possible exception, I like to keep the word possible in, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln, I have done more for the black community than any other president. I say it. I said it during the debate. I say it proudly, and very few people can dispute it. Under my leadership, we achieved the most secure border in U.S. history, including over 400 miles of completed wall, and it'll be finished very soon.
Real presidents don't use nasty name calling or acts like they're 12 your entire life.
And by
He
the
don't
way,
call you
Mexico
rump.
is paying for the wall, so we get that one clear. It's all done. Joe Biden wants to open borders. He wants mass amnesty, and he would make every community in America into a sanctuary city. I believe our country should be a sanctuary for law-abiding Americans, not for criminal aliens. The Biden-Harris plan would also increase refugees a staggering 700%. This is crazy, Bernie. One of the greatest losers in the history of politics. No, he keeps losing, and then he goes back and he says, but he's running again in 4 years. Don't worry about it. He'll be back. One thing about him, you can't get rid of him. I like that about crazy Bernie. Opening the floodgates to radical Islamic terrorism. No, thank you. I'm keeping the terrorists and jihadists and violent extremists the hell out of our country if it's okay with Georgia. If it's okay with Georgia. If it's okay with Georgia. I'll tell you what. Thank you. I saw some very good numbers today. I appreciate it, but get out and vote.
Back up. Back up.
Rosie. No class. Barron is more mature.
Okay, yes, sir.
What happened?
She just, the cops tried to arrest her and then she took off.
Y'all gonna shoot me, right? I'm gonna end up dead. I'm gonna end up dead. Y'all are gonna kill me. Y'all are gonna kill me. Y'all are gonna kill me. Nobody killed you. Y'all are gonna kill me. Nobody killed you. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. Yeah. Nobody killed you. Yeah.
Well, she's acting. She's just acting for the camera.
Really?
Yeah, she's acting for the camera. She saw the camera.
They're gonna kill me. Yeah. In your body. They're gonna kill me.
What did they do in the first place?
She attacked a lady, an innocent supporter, and then the police tried to arrest her. There's another BLM. They're all BLM right there. Whoa, okay.
That's how cool you got out. Go back to where
So you gotta be careful about these.
You guys will get your ass kicked. You're not
Like, these people are making us look bad.
I know, she went after me.
What?
That's when she got arrested.
Are you kidding? I'm not calling you guys out. That's right. Shut up, bitch. Fucking tell me shit. I want you guys to terrorize everybody. I mean that.
Yeah, they're making us look
F you, man. That's how they are. That's how they are. Everything on camera. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
You guys have no education.
We got law
Do
and
your
order.
homework. You're on the wrong team. Keep walking, man. Keep walking. I know. That's get it. Go on, cook rice. It's not Seattle. This is Hawaii. We're gonna take you guys out. This is Hawaii. We're gonna kick you guys out.
Earthquake magnitude 2.1. Western Turkey. 14 minutes to go.
Antifa. Go on, cook rice.
Can you pay attention to these guys? They're just trying to get the focus off of us. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got it, bro. We got it.
It's not Louisiana.
You know, I got real good with the arrest, but I could have done better, but I let the cops go in front of me, because they were like, because I was racing against the big cop.
Rosie.
And he's like, slow
See,
down. Like,
he
so
wants
way ahead of him.
PPL to
Yeah,
terrorize.
good, you know? Like, I support
If
the
heard
police,
correctly,
you know?
SMH.
That's what I said. So I could have gotten, because she saw me filming and she like charged at me.
So what exactly were they trying to do? Like, they came over here, I saw them like...
They were trying to, they were trying to arrest her.
There we go, here. Capture what she's saying.
We're lowering ourselves to them. And we're higher than them. That's the reason why we're going out from here.
Yeah.
Trump's higher than them.
Trump's the good guy in this, yeah.
And so let's teach them who hasn't taught them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, cook rice.
And we got be higher than them. Focus on what we're doing. Never mind them. Never mind them. Just go.
Get pictures. We got picture now.
So there's one of the main BLM instigators over there.
So, I mean, seriously, what actually happened? It looked like they were like shaking their asses and trying to like, we were, like, did anyone come to
They attacked one lady and then they wanted to arrest the lady.
Trump person or?
Yeah, the BLM attacked a Trump old lady.
Are you kidding?
No.
An old lady?
Yeah, and then she wanted to press charges and they tried to arrest her and she bolted.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, there's
really...
a picture coming, a big group picture, yeah.
Okay. That's pretty bad, yeah?
Yeah, the BLM lady, the black girl, oh, it doesn't matter her color, whatever. She attacked a Trump supporter, then they wanted to arrest her, and then she found out she was getting arrested, and then she just bolted. And then the cops tackled her, and then she started screaming, you know, arrest or anything, you know, and...
Dude, to anyone who's watching, you guys have to realize something.
Like and subscribe, we got 136 viewers.
What?
Like the stream, like Mr. JR's stream as well.
Yeah, whoever's watching...
We're out here. This is a pretty good return to IRL, don't you guys think, huh? Pretty good, guys. Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Crazy Mofo, you donated $5. I'll always remember that. Thank you.
So, ultimately, guys, the way the mind works is it thinks of... It tries to categorize people, and so...
That was crazy, right?
That's crazy.
You got to be really...
I got a lot of it on video if you want to check it out.
Yeah, my girlfriend's like, send me more. I'm like, I don't have a... I didn't even see
well,
it.
we're live right now. We've got 130 people. Yeah, it's going to be later. You can watch it on
Cool.
Mr. G Hawaii. Mr. G Hawaii.
Do I have you?
I'm Mr. G. Do you want yeah.
Yeah, I want you.
Okay.
I know you're live. So.
Yeah, you can pull up the live stream right now if you like. You can see yourself.
Facebook, right?
Hey guys.
Here. Mr. G.
So yeah.
Mr. G Hawaii, yeah.
So yeah, whenever you have different people around, you have to remember to look at there are good people of every race or culture.
Hi,
and so,
again.
You want me to?
Hello. Oh, yeah, you want to be
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. There's 146 people.
Did it
So,
wrong.
Woo!
yeah, show her the
Okay,
sign.
can you explain the signs? So how